So many of them are we just don't understand what the person actually is saying. They're probably agreeing 95% with what we agree with, but we try to make it into competition. Another way you can do that is, it's related. You hear this all the time now, especially now. Don't engage in mind reading. There is no such thing. There is no scientific, sociological, or psychological evidence that you can read somebody else's mind. Zero. It is not a human skill. You can't read somebody's mind. So you do not know what another person is thinking ever. They are themselves even trying to figure out what they're thinking. So the last thing we need to do is to project some viewpoint onto someone else as if we know what they are saying, or even worse, what they really mean. We get this all the time now. And there's like words for it. It's kind of like dog whistle. You know what the term dog whistle means? It means when somebody says something, what they really mean is this really bad thing. But it's like a dog whistle. They're giving it to their disciples, their followers. They'll hear that dog whistle, And politicians get blamed of dog whistling all the time, that kind of thing. Or another way we say that is, this is in our married relationships especially, okay? We say something like, you always. Whenever you hear the words you always, just realize you're wrong 100% of the time. You do not know what your spouse is thinking. You do not know what they did. Your memory is way suspect in order to be able to say the words you always. No, you're wrong. You're a doofus. Don't use the words you always. Wives, husbands, friend, don't use those words because you don't know what they're actually thinking. And it might be helpful to find out what they're actually thinking. And so just forget about all the political nonsense. Just realize that there's just no such thing as the stuff we're being told. There's no implicit bias. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? There's no such thing as implicit bias. All the studies that are based, implicit bias means, well, I'm not really racist or sexist or whatever, but I really am. It's just subconscious. Oh, you're going to read my subconscious now, not even my conscious mind. Now you're going to read my subconscious mind. The people who did implicit bias studies, those weren't even done for this purpose. And the authors of those studies are saying this is ridiculous. But people are latching onto it because it helps them. These are just tools, implicit bias, dog whistles, all the rest. They're tools of quackery that people are trying to use to make you think they are mind readers. So again, if somebody says to you, well, you're biased, you just don't know it. Or if somebody says to you, oh, that was a dog whistle, what you're really saying is this, just know that they're trying to say to you, I'm a mind reader, and you tell them, no, mind reading is not a human skill. Period. If I want to know what you think about something, all I have to do is ask you. And another way to listen to someone and learn from them is not trying to see our conversation as competition in the first place. And we saw that from Brian Regan's hilarious sketch. This is where we're trying to show that we're right by ridiculing or denigrating someone else's position that we disagree with, using selective evidence to support our position, impressing others with how much we understand, especially those who agree with our position. Yeah, you're right. That doesn't work. In fact, the stronger that this is a really important statement. The stronger that we hold our convictions, the worse it can be. You see, if you take a firm position on any topic, you're likely to change any topic. If you take a firm position, you are unlikely to change your mind even when facts emerge that debunk your original position. So the more you grab onto something and say, this is it, the worse your thinking is and the more wrong you are. Because you're just trying to hold on to that idea. So don't commit to a firm opinion about anything until the facts keep coming that expose the truth.